XIRR, Extended Internal Rate of Return. XIRR is a function which is useful in determining the value of an investment or understanding the feasibility of a project that does not have regular periodic cash flow. It helps in understanding the rate of return earned on an investment. Hence, it is commonly used in evaluating and choosing between two or more investments. This is the formula. Here, value means the range of sales that represents a series of inflow and outflow. Dates. Dates corresponds to the cash flow. Dates may occur in any order, but the date of initial investment must be the first in the array. Guess argument is optional. Here, guess is an expected IRR. It can be represented as a percentage or decimal number. Here, since it is optional, if it is omitted, the Excel will take 10% as a default rate. Now, let's take an example and understand this. In this example, these are the cash flow and these are dates. Now, here in this example, we'll be using the formula omitting the guessed argument. Okay. So, here the formula is equal to XIRR. Inside the bracket we have to value is the range of cash flow, comma, dates. So here we are taking these range of dates. Okay, now we got 22.56. Okay, XIRR. So here what we have to see is, if XIRR is higher than the cost of capital, the project can be considered as a good investment. Okay, now we'll take another example. Here we'll be using guess argument. Here these are the cash flows, here these are the dates, and here the anticipated rate of return is given as minus 20%. Okay, so here we have already seen that an expected IRR can be percentage or decimal. So here it's given in percentage. Okay, now let's calculate it without the guess argument first, and then we'll calculate it with guess argument. Okay, so here x is equal to XIRR we have selected the values, range of cash flow, and then dates. Okay, so here it has returned as error, number error. Though we have used correct formula, that is correct syntax, but here it has returned as error. So in such cases we have to use guess arguments. Okay, so here we'll use a guess argument is equal to XIRR cash flow, dates, comma, minus 20%. So here we got the value as minus 12.53. So this is how we use guess argument. Okay. Now few things which we have to keep it in mind is, XIIR in Excel is designed to calculate the internal rate of return for cash flow with unequal timings. Okay. The range of value must contain at least one positive value, which is income, and one negative value, that is outgoing payment. The first initial investment must be represented by a negative number. Initial investment is not discounted. The subsequent payment are brought back to the date of the first cash flow, and the discount is based on 365 days a year. Here the dates must be valid dates, that is valid Excel dates. One more thing is, this XIRR in Excel always returns an annualized rate of return even when calculating monthly or weekly cash flow. Now calculate XIRR for monthly cash flow. First we'll discuss annual cash flow and then monthly cash flow. Here these are the cash flows and these are dates. Here it's given 1st January 2018, 1st January 2019 and so on. Okay, now we'll calculate is equal to XIRR, inside the bracket this cash flow value, that full range of cash flow, comma, and dates. So it has returned as 16.43 percentage. Now we'll calculate it for monthly cash flow. Here the cash flows are given. Here its values are entered monthly, that is 1st January 2018, then 1st February 2018, 1st March 2018, and so on. Okay, so now we'll calculate is equal to XIRR, okay, cash flows, comma, dates. So here we got 535.89 percentage. The XRR goes from 16.43 in the case of annual cash flow to about 535.89 in for the monthly cash flow here. The difference is too high to be justified by time value of money factor. Okay. Now, to find an approximate monthly XIRR, you can use the following formula. Here, this I15, it is the result of regular XIRR formula, which we had used to calculate this monthly uh, cash flow for monthly cash flow. Okay, so we'll here see, this is I and this is 15. Okay, now let's calculate. Is equal to, here it's given 1 plus I15. I15 is cell value of this. So I'll just click it. Then to the power 1 divided by 12 because it is, 1 divided by 12 because it is monthly. Okay, minus 1. So we got the value here as 16.67. So to do additional check, we can use IRR function on the same cash flow. Okay, so that will be IRR, and we have to select this range of cash flow. So here we got 16.44. So here for annual cash flow we got 16.43. Okay, and here for monthly return we got a 16.67, and for IRR we got a 16.44. But here one thing we have to notice, this IRR which we have computed will give only approximate rate because it will assume all this time period to be equal. Okay, to sum up, we can say that an annualized IRR for monthly cash flow use XIRR function in its pure form, that is this function, this. Okay, and to get monthly rate of return, apply this formula. Okay, so this is how we calculate XIRR for monthly cash flow. Okay, now we'll discuss XIRR function and IRR function. Both of these functions are used to calculate a discount rate for a present value, but they differ in the type of cash flow they handle and how they calculate the discount rate. IRR function is used for the cash flow that are rolled up into annual period. This is the formula. And XIRR function is used for the investment with irregular cash flow or varying holding periods. The formula is this. The difference is this XIRR function is more accurate than IRR function when cash flow are not evenly spaced out over the time. The IRR function assumes all time period in a series of cash flow are equal, which can be misleading. And XIRR function allows you to assign specific date to each cash flow, making it more accurate. Now let's discuss this with example. Here in this example, all the payment occurs at regular interval. Here's 30th October 2019, 30th October 2020, 30th October 2021, and so on. Okay, and these are the cash flow. Now first we'll calculate XIRR function. So X is equal to XIRR, and then we'll select the value which is range of cash flow, and then we'll select dates. So we got 16.42. Now we shall calculate IRR function is equal to IRR. Then we have to select the range of cash flow, and we got 16.44. Here when we compare these two, the difference is very less. The results are found to be close to each other. The difference is very less. Now we'll take another example where all the payment occurs at irregular interval. Okay, here irregular interval. So here first we'll calculate XIRR. Then we'll select the date range. We got the answer as 22.56. Now we'll calculate IRR. So here quite significant. XIRR versus XNPV function. Both of these functions are used to calculate investment returns. XIRR, it is a metric to show the profitability of an investment by calculating discount rate that makes a net present value of cash flow equal to 0. It is often used to calculate the annualized return on mutual fund investment, whereas XNPV, it is used to calculate the net present value of an investment based on discount rate, series of cash flow, and dates. The XNPV allows for irregular cash flow of interval, unlike the standard NPV function. Okay, these two are closely related because as XIRR is a discount rate that result in XNPV is equal to 0. Okay, so the formula of to calculate NPV is this. Now, let's understand this clearly with an example. These are cash flows, these are dates, and this is discount rate. So, we'll be using this formula. Okay. So, here we will write is equal to XNPV. Inside the bracket, we have to write rate. Rate, this is 10%. So, we'll get the cell reference of this. And now we'll select the value which is range of cash flow, comma, and then we'll select the dates. So the XNPV value is returned as 105.16. Now we have to calculate at what discount rate the net present value is 0. Okay, for this we have to use XIRR function. So we shall calculate XIRR now here for this value. So here is equal to XIRR. You have to select the range value, which is the range of cash flow, and dates. So here we got 14.60%. Now to check if the rate produced by this leads to 0 NPV, we have to put this that is XIRR in the rate argument of XNPV formula. Okay, in this formula, instead of rate argument, we have to put the value of XIIR. Okay, or simply we can just, instead of this rate argument, we can embed the entire XIIR function. So it will be something like this, is equal to XNPV. So here instead of rate argument, we are writing XIIR and then the value, that is cash flow, and then dates. Okay, so we are writing the formula for XIIR in the place of rate argument, and then we have values and date. Okay, so let's calculate this here. Is equal to NP, sorry, is equal to XNPV bracket. Now here instead of rate argument, we have to put this. So I'll just write this cell value, cell reference of XIIR, comma, then we have to write the value, that is cash flow range, comma, and dates. So we got the answer as this. This is a scientific notation. We can convert this scientific notation of this into decimal by this way. Okay, so we'll get the answer as 0.000